So, I'm still rejoicing at taking the Bodhisattva vows, and it's my first time taking. So, I thought it through properly. I checked my motivation and really wanting to train in ethical conduct, not just in my body and my speech, but also mentally. So, I could see the benefits it brings now. When my mind starts wasting time on garbage thoughts, I just pull it back saying that, oh, I have these vows, drop the thought. So I really want to keep these vows, but can I do it perfectly? Nope. It's a training, like what Venerable says. If you can keep it perfectly, then you don't have to take it. So it's different from the monastic vows because once we die, the monastic vows are like finished, but these Bodhisattva vows continue life after life. And it's something that I'm doing for my future life. So yeah, I thought it was very beneficial. And maybe it's just cultural. And I felt that need to purify. So I was doing prostrations till 11 p.m., a couple of nights before taking the vows. And then after taking the vows, like Shantideva says, I did like 3 rounds in the morning, 3 rounds in the evening of purification before I retake the vows again. So I felt that I was getting very tight, like I want to do it perfectly. And then, yeah, and then I started getting up earlier and earlier every morning, hoping that, I want to keep it properly, I want to do it nicely. Whew, it doesn't work. So I just realized I need to relax a little. Yeah, thanks. And yeah, many have told me that you're very tight and you're very hard on yourself. I cannot see it somehow, but this time I think the purification really works. So yeah, I see that I was really tight, I was very hard, and I was not appreciating myself very much as well. So that really stood out for me. So okay, time to change. You don't want to hit the wall again and again. So when I hear encouragement or praises, I write them down. I reflect on it, not in a way that, oh, I'm superior, wow, I'm better than the rest, but just affirming that myself that, okay, I have these qualities, it's okay. I have these faults, and that's okay too. I will just work on them. I work very hard here. I have a lot of joy. And, I hear things like, oh, you depend your self-worth on it. But that's not true. I feel like I'm serving the Sangha of the 10 directions. I'm happy to do that. It's also maybe a cultural things like a part of me feels like, oh, I'm part of here. So the good and bad of me reflects a lot on here. So yeah, I'm just serving the Sangha of the 10 directions here. So it's something like a kind of community identity thing, which I don't know, I don't really see it here in the West. So yeah. And then when I make mistakes, many times I feel really bad. And then the fear of being kicked out still comes up. And I listen to Venerable's teachings again and again, and one of it actually mentions that if the person is sincere and they came up and be honest with what they are working with, so instead of kicking them out, we should ask like, how can we help them? So that really helped me. And I turned the mind to learn from these mistakes. It's like opportunities to learn. So example, we had water problem recently, and I felt so bad about it. It's like, oh, I'm part of the team. The water didn't turn out well. It's my fault, blah, 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 blah. And then, well, everyone on the team feels upset. It's like me adding on to that doesn't help at all. So what can I do? Okay, let's be positive and we'll learn something out from this. So when I have conflicts, I often like to come back around because I really value harmony. Probably I was taught previously in the past, like if you cannot have harmony, then no point building a monastery, no point talking about spreading the Dharma. So sometimes I have to initiate. And then the mind that goes, why should I initiate? I don't even know where I'm wrong. I just have to go and like, oh, I don't know where I'm wrong. I apologize if I disturb your mind, but I don't even know what's wrong. Why do I apologize? And then the mind sometimes goes to, I look stupid doing that. But when I think of it, the Bodhisattva vows also help. It's like, okay, I have this bandwidth to do this. I'm courageous when I do it. So It's not being submissive, but just learning how to cultivate equanimity. So I'm still not very good at that. I'm still learning. And is it easy? No, but still doable. So throughout this experience, I like to end with a poem that I came out with when I was sick. It's just strange how the mind works sometimes when you're sick. So instead of getting angry, it goes into something like poem or things like that. But it's positive, so I thought I'll just share. Don't compare your life to others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. Just like the stars blinking at different times, they shine when it's their time. When I start appreciating myself, I recognize the pain I'm feeling are signals. Signals of reminder that I'm not seeing reality. I understand that this is samsara. When I start appreciating myself, I no longer chase after lay life. All that I'm experiencing are invitations for my growth. I understand that this is maturing. When I start appreciating myself, I notice that causes and conditions arises. Sometimes it gets me up and down. When I can maintain my composure, I understand that this is growing confidence. When I start appreciating myself, I think of the causes I'm creating, the virtues that lead me to higher rebirth, the non-virtues to the lower realms. I understand the importance of ethical conduct. When I start appreciating myself, I see how the proliferating mind distracts me from my meditation. It keeps me away from the path. I understand the importance of concentration. When I start appreciating myself, I think of the Buddha nature within. The heart that wants to benefit, though actions may turn out unskillful, I understand I need to cultivate more wisdom. So finally, when I start appreciating myself, I see the good in both myself and others. We struggle at times but kept going. Knowing our common goal, I understand we are all trying to be on the Bodhisattva path. Thank you.